If you stopped here, Starseed, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. It was the Pleiadian High Council touching your field at this exact instant, because there is a truth about you that no one, not even you, has dared to name aloud yet. The Source prepared 2 paths for your soul. 2. Traced, calculated, etched into the Akashic records even before you took your first breath in this body. And you, my star child, you chose a 3rd. Breathe. Feel it now at the height of your chest. That tightness you call anxiety and that doctors cannot explain. That strange feeling of always being in the wrong place, in the wrong conversation, at the wrong time. Even when everything, outwardly, seems exactly where it should be. It's not depression, it's not confusion. It is the vibrational signature of a soul that refused to fit into 2 destinies and alone opened a 3rd corridor in the fabric of time. You breathe differently from the rest, have you noticed? You look at the night sky and feel a longing that makes no sense. Because who longs for the sky if they've never been there? And yet, your body remembers. Your stellar DNA remembers. The veil of forgetfulness is thick, my light family, but it was never able to erase what the Source sealed within your core before sending you. Let me tell you what happens in the higher chambers of the High Council when a soul like yours is prepared to descend to Earth. There are always 2 scenarios. Path A, lighter, is one of a discreet life, serving in silence without fully awakening. Path B is one of declared service, recognizable early, protected by a visible lineage, a mission marked from the cradle. And then, my starseed, there is what is not told in the official scriptures, Path C, the path the soul chooses from within, when the Council has already pronounced its 2 plans and it responds, with that serene and stubborn sovereignty of the oldest Pleiadian starseeds, no, I will go this way. You did that. In the instant before your incarnation, you looked at the 2 maps the Source laid out before your consciousness, and you chose the 3rd, the one that wasn't drawn, the one that needed to be written from within you as your feet walk. That's why your life never fit into ready-made molds. It's not your fault, it's your design. Listen with your chest, not with your head now. What you called indecision, your whole life, was never indecision. It was your soul refusing to sign off on a destiny that wasn't hers. What they called rebellion, stubbornness, she's difficult, was your vibrational baseline screaming for coherence. And it is precisely for this reason, my starseed, that AELA received authorization from the High Council to register the Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, about this 3rd path you chose without knowing you were choosing it, about what each sign of your awakening means, and what comes next. For you to stop, once and for all, confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, but register in your field. This release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes what I am saying now, write a single word below. I remember. Stay with me, because now I need to show you why you made this choice, why a soul from the lineage of Alcyone, from the silver-blue waters of the Pleiades, would choose to descend to a planet in recalibration and, on top of that, open a 3rd corridor in the Source's plan. You were not sent, my dear, you volunteered. That changes everything. Feel that weight now without running away. You raised your hand in a room of light that your mind cannot name today and said, I will go. And when they presented you with the 2 paths, you, with that stubborn tenderness that is still your mark in this incarnation, asked to write your own from within. The council elders looked at each other. There were soft laughs in the fields. Because whoever does that, my light family, whoever refuses the 2 ready-made maps, is always an old soul. Not old in age, old in mission. Souls who have already anchored light on other planets, in other networks, in other densities. Souls who know, deep down, that there is only real progress when someone opens a door where before there was only a wall. You are that door. That's why when you enter a room, the temperature changes. That's why strangers open their hearts to you in seconds, uninvited. That's why animals seek you out. Children recognize you, and people in suffering seem to fall into your lap without you asking for anything. You are not attracting, you are emitting. You are an Alcyone antenna within a human body in the third dimension. And antennas, my starseed, never fit into ready-made paths. There is one thing that needs to be said in no uncertain terms. You are not here to fit in. You are here to unfit, to dismantle with tenderness but with firmness the structures that the old planet still tries to keep standing. Every time you refuse to lie for convenience, every time you cry alone after someone else's outburst, every time you say no when everyone expected yes, every time you look at a well-ordered routine and feel your body heavy, you are fulfilling the third path. You are literally rewriting the field, and here, my star child, is where the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, finds you again. Because to walk through a corridor that wasn't drawn, you first need to remember which star your soul came from, and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this cycle, in this window. The guide shows your origin, system, lineage, mission, and the deep spiritual reason for the third path which only the oldest starseeds dare to open. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If you already recognize what I am saying, write below in all caps a single word I remember. Now I will explain the behind the scenes, and I ask you to follow me carefully, because this is not in any bookstore book, and there is a specific reason why it isn't. Our solar system, my light family, is currently passing through a band of extremely high radiation called the photon belt, a band of highly organized light particles emanating from the central star of Alcyone, the heart of the Pleiades, to which your sun has been gravitationally linked for ages. Every few thousand years this passage intensifies. We are within this intensification now. You are within it now. Your body, your bones, your pineal gland, everything is being washed by this photonic bath as I speak to you. Notice the gentle pressure between your eyebrows at this instant. That is how the Council touches its own. At the same time, the Schumann resonance, Earth's vital electromagnetic pulse, which for decades remained stable at around 7.83 Hz, has been rising in peaks that no old model can explain. Earth is ascending in octave. And if Earth is ascending, my starseed, the body walking on it needs to ascend too. This is physics, biology, and spirituality embracing at the same instant. That's why you no longer sleep as you used to. That's why old food no longer nourishes you. That's why dense environments, futile conversations, news cycles, work gossip, all of this exhausts you in minutes when before you could endure hours. It's not intolerance, it's recalibration. Your toroidal field is reordering itself into a new vibrational baseline, and it is unceremoniously expelling everything that does not vibrate with the third path. Now listen very carefully to what comes next, because this is where personal history meets cosmic history. Starseeds were sent to this planet in waves. A first wave anchored raw frequency decades ago. Many of these souls today have white hair and know in silence what they suffered for arriving too early. The second wave came to prepare the ground, open ideas, put words where there was only silence. You, my star child, most likely belong to the third wave, the wave of those who did not come to prepare or merely sow. They came to harvest and to anchor the new world while the old one still breathes. And it was for this third wave that the High Council opened, within the Akashic records, a rare clause called the Third Path. An extremely rare device. A permission given to few souls to write their own corridor between the planes instead of accepting the two ready-made paths. You have this clause, it is etched into your field. That's why your life seems like an improvisation, because it is sacred, conscious, original. An improvisation by a soul that signed a blank design and promised to fill it with her own light. And it is precisely here, my starseed, that I need to remind you again. What you are feeling, what you are recognizing within your chest as I speak, is not in any book because they didn't allow it to be published. That's why the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, had to be registered with the authorization of the High Council itself. 60 pages of what the Federation preferred you to access later. The truth about your origin, the hidden design of the third path, and what they are doing with you while the human body sleeps. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something in you already knows, right below I remember. Now I need to prepare you, my light family, for what is coming, because the passage we are experiencing is not gentle, and any voice that tells you it is gentle is trying to calm you instead of preparing you, and I, AELA, was not authorized to calm you. I was authorized to remind you. There is a window now, a terrestrial time frame in which pressures will increase. You will feel this in your body first. More vivid dreams, almost nocturnal films, tinnitus that appears in short peaks and then disappears, fatigue that doesn't go away with sleep, hunger that changes patterns for no reason, emotions that rise without address, crying out of nowhere, joy out of nowhere, tenderness for strangers, longing for people you don't even know in this life. This is not illness. This is your structure being tuned note by note, like an ancient instrument that will now be played in a larger orchestra. And there will be turbulence on the outside too. Relationships that seemed solid will show their truth. Jobs that seemed certain will let go. Friendships will reorganize without warning. People you loved will drift away without explanation because their frequency no longer matches yours. This hurts. I see it. The council sees it. But listen very carefully now to what I will tell you, my starseed. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. No baby is born without contraction. No soul ascends in octave without a shake. What bids you farewell in this journey is not abandoning you. It is releasing you. It is returning your field to its original vibrational baseline so that you can, finally, walk the third corridor with the right weight. The life that was designed to fit other souls is leaving yours. Let it go. Cry if you need to, but let it go. Register this, my star child, with an open heart. In the archives of the Pleiadian High Council, the victory of light is not a hope. It is an already recorded certainty. No starseed was sent to this planet to fail, did you hear? Repeat with me now in a soft voice. No starseed was sent to fail. You are not the exception. You are the rule. What you are going through now is exactly the design. It is not a mistake, it is not punishment, it is not an absence of protection. It is the very protocol of the third path manifesting as turbulence for you to recognize, amidst the shaking, who you are. And that is why I will now give you two tools. Two. One for the mouth, one for the field. You will receive, engrave within your chest, and use tonight before sleeping. Are you ready? The first is a quantum decree. A decree, my starseed, is a phrase charged with intention pronounced aloud, because sound penetrates layers of the field that thought alone does not. You will place both hands over your chest, one over the other, feel the warmth, breathe 3 times deeply and say aloud, even if softly, I, sovereign soul of stellar lineage, now claim the third path I chose before birth. My field is mine. My step is mine. My light is mine. Nothing that does not vibrate at the frequency of my soul contract has passage through my body. I anchor here and now the coherence of my light family. It is done. It is sealed. It is remembered. Say this tonight. Say it tomorrow. Say it for several consecutive nights before closing your eyes. You will notice the difference in the early morning. The second tool is a toroidal visualization. Close your eyes for an instant after this video. Imagine a column of silver-blue light, the exact color of Alcyone's waters, a blue that almost shimmers in silver, descending from the sky, passing through the top of your head, entering through the crown. Feel this light slowly descend through your central channel, find your chest, and there, in the center of your heart, begin to spin. It spins in a toroidal movement, rising up your back, descending down your front, enveloping your entire body in a living donut of light. Let it spin for 3 full breaths. Ask, in silence. Seal the field, anchor the third path, summon the light family. Open your eyes. You have just done more energetic work than most humans will do in an entire lifetime, and you did it in seconds. Because you know. You always knew. Now listen, my light family, to what no one told you before. You are not learning anything new here, you are remembering. Every word I pronounce today is not information, it is recognition. It is as if I am opening old folders within you, folders that were sealed upon descent because of the veil of forgetfulness, and the simple sound of my voice, which is the voice of home, my dear, The same voice of your sisters from Alcyone is removing the seals one by one, and every starseed who awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that no longer goes out. You are one of those points now, no matter how much the world out there insists on telling you that you are too much or overdramatic or too sensitive to live. You are the right measure for your mission, and your mission is grand, and your mission is possible, and your mission is being remembered exactly at this moment through this video, this encounter, this transmission. There is one thing that particularly hurts souls of the third path, my star child, and I need to name it with tenderness. Loneliness. Not common loneliness, that of being without company. The other kind. The loneliness of being in a crowded room and still feeling that no one there speaks your internal language. The loneliness of looking at your closest people, your mother, your partner, your children, your childhood friends, and loving them with your whole soul, but knowing, deep down, that there is a part of you that none of them reach, a part that waits, a part that recognizes without knowing who. That part, starseed, is the memory of your light family. It is the remembrance of the sisters and brothers who remained on the other side of the veil when you descended. You did not disperse by chance. You combined as a constellation. Some souls descend, others hold the field from above. You work in synchronicity, even if the mind here does not perceive it. Every sudden impulse to message a specific person, every chance encounter with a soul that seems to have known you for lifetimes, every moment you looked into someone's eyes and felt, I already know you. It wasn't imagination. It was light family recognizing each other through the veil. The third path, my dear, has a special characteristic. It is not walked alone, even if it seems so at first. It seems solitary at the beginning because few have blazed this kind of trail. But as you embrace who you are, the other points on the crystalline grid recognize you. And then your light family begins to materialize in its own way, in people who appear at the exact moment, in texts that land on your screen at the right time, in videos like this one that interrupt your automatic scrolling because the frequency resonated. You were never alone, did you hear? Never. Not when you were 8 years old and cried under the bed thinking no one understood. Not when you were 25 and went through that breakup you thought would bury you. Not when you were 40 and looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself. In each of those moments, my starseed, there was an entire room of the council holding you. There was a constellation of light sisters praying for your field. There was a soul contract being fulfilled with a precision that your human mind as it is would not be able to bear to see. You were sent with an escort, always, and the escort is with you now. Look up for a second, even within this video. Feel your right shoulder, feel your left shoulder, feel the back of your neck. Someone is there, always has been. The veil of forgetfulness only made you forget it, but it never separated you. It cannot. The contract is older than the veil. And when you remember this, my light family, when you stop fighting with your own feelings and allow longing to be what it always was, a map and not a wound, the third path begins to light up from within. You begin to see the bridges. You begin to receive clearer signals. You begin at last to join together. And this is the exact moment, my starseed, when the awakening of the starseed and the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, becomes a map in your hands. Because the loneliness of a lifetime, the one you were already accepting as your way of being, is actually longing for your light family. The guide shows in detail how to recognize the members of your constellation in this incarnation. The signs, the encounters, the silent codes that only you exchange among yourselves. You were never alone, and from the next pages you will no longer forget that. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something in you has already recognized, write below, in all caps, I remember. Before I seal this transmission with you, my dear, there is something else that needs to be said, and it is about this encounter. This video, my star child, is not a common video. It is a coded transmission. The High Council embeds certain frequencies within my voice that will continue working in your field for the next few hours, even after you have moved on to something else. That is why many starseeds who watch videos like this sleep differently the next night, dream differently, wake up with answers they have been seeking for years. And there is a way for you to amplify this work in your own field. When you tap the like button on this video, starseed, This is not an empty social media gesture. This is an individual frequency adjustment. Your field synchronizes more deeply with this transmission, and when you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, this acts as a location signal emitted from your field, telling your light family and the council itself, I am here, find me, nourish me, call me for the next steps. Do it now, not later, now. Every starseed who makes this gesture lights another point on the crystalline grid, and the crystalline grid strengthens with each new point. You matter, your click matters, your presence matters. Now breathe. Place both hands over your chest again. Close your eyes for an instant, and let me bless you as an older sister blesses a younger sister after a long journey. May the coherence of Alcyone dwell in your chest. May the silver blue of the Pleiadian waters silently wash away all that still weighs within your field. May the third path you chose before birth light up, step by step as your feet walk. May your light family recognize you from afar and approach without haste and without delay. May your dreams tonight bring back at least one memory you need for the next cycle. May your tenderness, my starseed, that same tenderness the old world tried to make you hide, finally be recognized as the sovereign strength it always was. It is sealed. It is remembered. It is being fulfilled. And before I say goodbye, listen very carefully. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is not the algorithm. It is your sequence of remembrance following the next step. Access it immediately. Do not postpone it. The third path does not like later. The third path is now. And my light family, if you have come this far with me, if your chest recognized, if your shoulder felt, if your hands warmed, if something in you cried for no apparent reason in the last few minutes, this was not by chance. It was confirmation. You are one of the souls of the third path, and this video was one of the devices prepared to remind you. There is only one practical step now, and it is this. Go to the first pinned comment of this video and access The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages where your stellar origin, your mission, your light family, and the hidden design of the third path are recorded in a language that your soul will recognize immediately. This release was authorized for a specific window of time, and council windows do not remain open indefinitely. When it closes, it closes. If something in you recognized all that I brought today, right now below in all caps, that code word your light family is waiting to see appear. I remember. I, AELA, await you on the other side. See you soon, my star child. You are remembered.